Hello everybody, and welcome to a Core Set 2020 draft here on the channel. Before I dive in, I do want to say that if you want to give back to the channel, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and leave a comment if you have any questions. But without further ado, let's dive into the draft. I have a good feeling about this one, and starting things off, this isn't a great pack, but I still have a good feeling about it. Masterful Replication is a pretty okay rare. 2 3/3s at instant speed for 6 mana is a decent card, especially because there's not really you can sometimes get pretty good ambushes off because there's not really much to play around at this, but it's overall not like an insane rare or anything. Eternal Isolation, not a card I love in best of one because there are some matchups where it's just a blank, so it's pretty hit or miss, but in the matchups where it hits, it is pretty good, so it's definitely playable, but not the type of card I prioritize early. Thought Distortion is unplayable, just doesn't do enough. Barkhide Troll is solid, but it's not as good as I'd tend to think it is, because a lot of the time you can't cast it on turn 2, and then it's just like a Centaur Courser with minor upside, so I don't prioritize this card super highly. In the common slot, I think the best common in the pack is probably Pack Mastiff, just really solid 2-drop that can grow as time goes on, so that's definitely the top common. And then Sleep Paralysis is okay as 1 copy. Thicket Crasher is solid in certain decks, but you tend to have enough 4-drops in this format. Soul Salvage is solid in the black decks, but I think the pick here is mainly between the Masterful Replication, the Pack Mastiff, and the Barkhide Troll, and I think I actually am just going to go with the Pack Mastiff. It's just a very good card, and I like playing decks where that card is good. And now we can either follow it up with a Creeping Trailblazer. Creeping Trailblazer is a pretty good card if you end up in red-green, though I don't tend to splash it, so it's pretty much just a very high variance pick on whether it's going to end up in your deck. So because of that, I lean towards just taking a Chandra's Outrage here, staying in mono color, starting to solidify myself into red. This is a very premium removal spell. I think it's the best red common, just because it kills pretty much every relevant creature in the format, and does so for a pretty good rate, and dealing 2 damage to their face is quite relevant. Woodland Champion I have not been impressed with outside of specifically green-white, so view this as more of a gold card when you consider taking it early, so that's just something to keep in mind. The other commons are not spectacular. I will say Feral Invocation is better than it looks, especially on Arena, because you tend to get Seasons of Growth late, and Season of Growth can work really well with Feral Invocation. Diamond Knight is a card that I have not been impressed with at all. I don't recommend playing this card. It's just too slow. 3 mana for a 1/1 just doesn't do enough in limited, so here I think that Chandra's Outrage is the pick here. Next up would probably just be the Creeping Trailblazer, but other than this card, the pack is quite weak. Okie doke. Now, we could go all in on mono red here. It might be a bit early to commit that hard, but this pack again is just terrible. Look at this pack. What am I even supposed to take out of this pack? A Windscarred Crag, an Inspiring Captain, Sanitarium Skeleton. This pack just doesn't have any good cards in it. Sometimes you can't read a signal because there just aren't any cards that you'd want to take anyway. And in this pack, if I was doing a best of 3 draft, I'd probably just take an Aether Gust as a powerful sideboard card. But since I'm never going to side this in a best of 1 draft, there's really no reason to do that. I think Inspiring Captain's an okay card, Skeleton's an okay card, but I think here I'm actually just going to take the Scorch Spitter and then maybe try to draft a super aggressive red deck. Okay, 4th pick, Rabid Bite, is a bit of a signal. I'm feeling a bit sad that I passed up on the Creeping Trailblazer, but Rabid Bite is quite nice, and definitely I think the pick out of this pack. God's Willing has some potential to be okay, but I'd rather be green than white in this format, and I think pairing and getting a green-red deck is pretty solid, because the red-green cards tend to be beefy and work pretty well in an aggressive strategy. Pattern Matcher's okay, but it's not a card I prioritize super highly. Sometimes it'll be pretty good in your deck, but a lot of the time it's just going to be okay, and it's not a card that I take super early. Someone once made a comment I wonder what it's doing with that bunny, and I really don't want to know. I think here in this pack it goes Rabid Bite, and then I would take God's Willing and then Unsummon, I think. But I think Rabid Bite is the clear pick. It's just the best card. And now another Pack Mastiff. I like taking Pack Mastiff over Reduced to Ashes. Removal is important, but we already have 2 removal spells, and getting premium 2-drops is super good, especially because you can get Goblin Smugglers late, which makes Pack Mastiff a little bit better than normally would be. There's also a Sleep Paralysis, so maybe blue's a little bit open. There's another Pattern Matchup, which again I'm not going to prioritize. I think Reduced to Ashes is a fine card to run 1 copy of. 5 mana to deal 5 damage is just a little bit slow, but it is still an effect you're going to want because removal is still good in limited. I really love the art on this island. I'm just going to throw that out there. It's probably my favorite art on basic land in the set. Oh, it's by John Avon. Nice. Okay, we're going to Pack Mastiff. And now we can get another Scorch Spitter. We're kind of just going to try and commit to an all-in aggro deck. I don't like taking a Fairy Miscreen here. I'd rather just stick to my guns, stick to super aggro, and hopefully get an Infuriate, because I think Infuriate will work well with all my combat tricks. There's also a Pulse Marassa, but I'm just going to commit and go for an aggressive deck. And Uncaged Fury works really well with the Pack Mastiff plan because you can pump it like once and then get even bigger. So it's a nice little late game option. Not really a ton else in this pack. Season of Growth is a fine pickup, though I think I'd rather just take Cryptic Caves and then play a mono red deck with Cryptic Caves at this point with 2 Scorch Spitters and just a lot of stuff. Yeah, let's just do that. I guess we'll just take the Isolation as the most powerful card. Maybe we open a white rare, we'll hedge in that direction, and now we'll just take a Maniacal Rage. I don't mind going all in best of one, just because, let's just take the Captain. You never know. Just because a lot of the time you can, like, really just punish your opponents. They won't have an early interaction spell, and you just run them over, and they can't, like, sideboard in, like, enchantment removal or extra hate cards. Okie doke. A Risen Reef is not really a card we're looking for in this deck, though to be fair, none of these cards are actually good in the deck that we have currently. This pack is completely horrific for a red deck, and even to some degree for a green deck. We don't really want a double green card in our potentially just mono red deck. I don't even know what I take out of this pack. It's just truly terrible. Maybe I take the Silverback, maybe I take the Axe, maybe I just take an Evolving Wilds. I think I'm going to try to play mono red though, so I guess it doesn't really matter what I take. I'll just take the Silverback in case I have a reason to move into green a little bit more heavily. And now there's a Murder. That's kind of a reason to move into black. It's also just a dragon. 5-mana 3/3 flyer that can like pump up my Pack Mastiffs a little bit. Seems like a solid option. There's also a Ripscale Predator that could wheel. Let's just take the dragon. And now there's another Scorch Spitter, which hopefully wheels. There's also Reduced to Ashes, and then there's Infuriate. I think in this specific deck, I would rather have Infuriate than Reduced to Ashes. At this point, I'm just kind of focusing on the red cards because I'm going to try and play mono red, because it's just kind of a cool deck, and one that I have not yet really tested on Arena. I think I might have tried to play it like once, but I didn't really commit to it super heavily. I think Infuriate is just really good in this type of deck because it lets you attack with impunity. The reason I like it is because, say my opponent has a 2/2, if I have an Infuriate in hand, I can still attack with all my Scorch Spitters and know that I can then use my Infuriate. So I'm going to try to take the Infuriate here, wheel the Scorch Spitter. And now another Scorch Spitter. There's also a Cryptic Caves, but we don't want too many of those because we do want to keep the ability to cast all of our spells. And another Pack Mastiff. Excellent pickup. Our deck's really coming together here. Infuriate. I like it. I like it. Maybe we'll wheel the Maniacal Rage. And another Scorch Spitter. Our deck is insane. Act of Treason could be solid, but we're just getting all the Scorch Spitters here. We'll take the Act of Treason now. And now we'll get Evolving Wilds just in case. Come on back, Scorch Spitter. I know you want to. Booyah. 5 Scorch Spitters. Let's roll. And we'll just take the green card. Okay, so we have 16 red cards and another Pack Mastiff. The only red card in the pack. We could take a Cryptic Caves here, but I think just getting another good 2-drop is a key to the success of this deck. We're going to just be going all the Scorch Spitters, and this deck is going to be sick. We just have so much consistency here. Let's go. And Goblin Smuggler is the perfect card for this deck. It will probably wheel, but there's nothing else we want out of this pack, and getting a Goblin Smuggler is so good with our Pack Mastiffs and just a lot of the cards in our deck. We have Infuriate comboed with Uncaged Fury for extra burst damage as well. There's a Rotting Regisaur, which could just be a nice card to get, but I think it's better to just stay mono red, especially when we have so many 1-drops in red. And now we can just take... Dang, Pacifism is pretty good removal, so is Disfigure. We can just take the Destructive Digger as a solid creature. We don't really want that many Active Treasons, I don't think. So we'll just take the Digger and probably wheel the Active Treason. 1 Destructive Digger gives your red deck some nice late game potential. And now we're going to take Lavakin Brawler. Easy pick out of this pack. The Goblin Smuggler probably is going to wheel just because of the way the bots work. And when you have 5 Scorch Spitters, the card that cares about elementals gets a little bit better. So let's just take the Lavakin. How many goblins do we have? I wish these were goblin elementals. Unfortunately, that doesn't make any sense flavor-wise, but it would be sweet. I guess we'll take it, though. It's the only card in colors. And now Maniacal Rage. I think Scorch Spitter into Maniacal Rage could be a good enough combo to be worth playing. Another Lavakin Brawler incredibly late. That's fantastic for us. Okay. Time to start seeing what wheels. Dragon Mage came back. So good. Okay. That was the pack with the Goblin Smuggler. It did not wheel. Oh well. A couple Lavakin Brawlers is probably better. Okay, so we are one card short. Well, we also have a land in the main deck, so I guess we can run Goblin Ringleader to get our maybe one of these guys. We don't really have a ton of synergies with it, but it's just a 4-mana 2/2 haste, which could have potential. And then we could run Dragon Mage. We could also just run Tectonic Rift. Let's just try that. And then I think we want to run 16 lands in this deck. Let's just get that extra guy in there. I think this deck is pretty sick. Sometimes you just gotta try things out. Obviously our artwork must be Scorch Spitter. Well, we kind of went in on the mono red dream, and hopefully we get to live it. Let's go. Let's go. I wonder how many wins this deck is going to get. It's a very sweet deck. I kind of wish we had that extra Goblin Smuggler. I didn't know I was going to see another Lavakin Brawler, but such is life. We also kind of lack a tiny bit of removal. This is a great hand. Maniacal Rages are also pseudo removal. We're just going to attack. Don't want to let ourselves get blown out by a shock this early in the game. Though they would have shocked if they had it, so now I'm not afraid of it. Netcaster Spider A. Let's go. I think putting the Maniacal Rage on this thing makes the most sense, because Pack Massive plus the Goblin Smuggler is a nice little combo to get in some extra damage. No blocks. Wow, Fathom Fleet Cutthroat, eh? So if we play Goblin Ringleader and attack with everything, we get in for 6. Because he'll eat this. Let's just use Pack Massive twice. Put him to 9. Now we have him on a 3-turn clock unless they have a removal spell. I think it's better than playing a 4-mana 2/2. Okay, this is good fine for us. They don't know we have the Goblin Smuggler. So we are going to attack, and I think we are not going to pump, because getting another Pack Massive into play is pretty valuable here. Because now we have 2 potential ways to get in extra damage. So my opponent's at 7. Okay, I'll get rid of this mountain. Maybe getting rid of Ringleader would have been better. Just because triple pump is pretty good. We have them on a 2-turn clock, though. No blocks? Okay. I think we might want to just double pump this. Put them to 2. Then if they go for an all-out attack, say a 5, 9, 11. No, we'll just play it safe. Come on, Destructive Digger. Nice. If they had removal spell, they'd kill our smuggler and we'd lose anyway. So there's 4, 6, 7. 8, 9. Got him. Nice. Boom! Nice! Oh, that's hilarious. I think we played that game pretty well. Let's rank up with this mono red deck, shall we? We got in a lot of the damages there. We played pretty optimal, I think. And, yeah. We probably should have been more aggressive and not played the Goblin, maybe. And just had one chump blocker. Okay, we'll keep this on the play. This is a fantastic hand. This Infuriate's going to do work. Turn 1 Scorch Spitter is just phenomenal. Turn 1 Scorch Spitter into turn 2 Pack Mastiff is our dream start. I should have not done that first so I could play around Disfigure. Just speeding things. Ooh, we have the combo. As soon as we get up to 4 mana, we have a nice little Wombo combo assembled. Hopefully we draw a land this next turn. Perfect. We don't mind getting rid of a Prismite. Prismite's pretty useless anyway. This card is not good, but it was kind of good there. Sure thing, buddy. So we have the combo. I think it's better here to just use our cards to get rid of their 2 blockers. And then we can save our Uncaged Fury. I think Uncaged Fury is better than a Metropolis Sprite on average. Sure. Like, if we draw a land here, we could just kill him out of nowhere. Just make it so it can't block. it's such a low life total. They get to draw one card out of it, but it costing them a life is pretty huge here. Let's just diversify our threats, give ourselves 2 lethal options potentially, and dig for our Goblin Smuggler, which is going to be fantastic. Yes! Oh, it's a digger instead. Okay, so they use a murder, which is why we didn't want to go all in. But now our Goblin Ringleader, they are at 1, so their Audacious Thief can't attack anymore. Boom! And we get the win. Ha ha! So good! So good! We're into gold 2, baby! Into gold 2, friends. Man, sometimes you just gotta play an all-in aggro deck and then just pray a little. That's been... Our deck has a bunch of really bad cards in it. Maniacal Rage is the poor man's pacifism. It's the red player's pacifism. Basically won us the game. No, I'm kidding, but I think we played that game pretty well, though. I like the way it worked out. Oh, we're on the play with our mono red deck? Huh. Tectonic Rifts. It's so bad. Let's go. We have our turn 1 Scorch Spitter, turn 2 Pack Mastiff. I'm glad that I'm not like editing any of these games out, because you just get to see that we literally have this every single game. Okay. Da 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 da. Oh, Lightning Storm King, you don't say. Oh, they're attacking us. That's cute. That is so cute. They think they can race us. Who would have thought? Who would try to race us? Oh, Frostlings? Maybe that's why. That's not cool, bro. We're just going to play Lavakin Brawler. Then we can Active Treason the next turn. Don't want to get rid of our guy. We could even Tectonic Rift them. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 12 if they let us Active Treason here. Pattern Matcher, eh? We're just going to take that Pattern Matcher. Like, sure, if they trade with the Frostlings, it's okay. It's, like, not great, but we just have the Tectonic Rift to kill them next turn, so it's going to be all good in the end. So they go to 1, and then Scorch Spitters, just attack trigger wins us the game. So as long as they don't have like 9 damage out of nowhere, we're going to be fine. Also, they can play Frostlings and tap Scorch Spitter, but they will probably still attack with everything, and then we just win with Tectonic Rift. As long as they do attack with their Stormkin, which is definitely the correct attack to make, so. Oh, none of your creatures have flying. Well, that's weird. That's weird! What? Your flyers can't block my Lavakin Brawler now. How sad. That is truly a sad state of affairs, opponent. Oh my gosh, we're just playing like Maniacal Rage and all this stuff, and it's totally working. Totally sweet. This is just like kick back, relax, and enjoy the mono red. I can't believe it. This is working, and all of the hard work I've put into actually trying to draft the best deck at all times is... I mean, I think this was probably the best deck for my seat. I think the second color wasn't going to be as helpful. Let's just keep this. We have a lot of 2-drops, so hopefully we draw one on turn 2. But this is not the ideal hand, but it's still better than nothing. This guy could get in for 6 damage on the play. Hello, opponent. Of course they're a fair miscreant deck. Yeah. Nice. They probably have more fairy miscreants. Why wouldn't they have more fairy miscreants? They always have more fairies. Oh my gosh. We're not going to attack now because we want our Lavakin Brawler to be a little bit bigger. Because we have the double strike. That's cute. Oh, nice. Oh, we have the combo. Okay, that's a little bit brutal. I probably should have thought of that. If at any time a Lavakin Brawler gets through, we're gonna win. So this would have been 4, 10 damage. This is 3, 6, 14. Yeah, I should have played around Raise the Alarm. I shouldn't have attacked. That was a mistake. For some reason, I always forget about that card because I don't really play against it all that often. A lot of the decks just don't use it. But you live and you learn. Now I've messed up against that a couple times, but now I will do better in the future. Let's just play our second Lavakin Brawler pre-combat so this guy attacks for a tiny bit more. And then we can even go for Maniacal Rage on Cage Fury at some point. I'm really liking where we're at right now. Sure, they gain 3 life. So let's see, if we draw a land here, we can maybe just kill them. So if we can give Goblin Smuggler Maniacal Rage. Then we can go for 4/7 here. And have the combo kill next turn. They probably have an Inspire Charge, and that's why they said good game. 3, 6, 9, 14, 15, 16, yep. Brutal. If we'd drawn a land, we could have killed them instead of the Goblin, because we would have made this into a 4/6, and then into a 7. I mean, all that we care about is the power. So this would become actually a 5-powered creature. No, +2, +2. Would become a 4-powered creature, 7-powered creature. Oh, 16, 17 power. No, we would have been. So it would have been 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. We would have been 2 points short. Well, you can't win them all. Luckily, we had just leveled up, so hey, nice. So we don't actually demote, so that was kind of like the perfect time to take a loss with the deck. We didn't have a 2-drop on turn 2. If we'd had a 2-drop, we would have won the game. So, kind of need to have 1-drop into 2-drop draws. Maybe I should have mulliganed more aggressively for that. Oh man, we just are getting this stone cold nuts. I guess having 5 Scorch Spitters gives us good odds to have one in the opening hand. We have a lot of 2-drops, so. Can we just play against a single slow deck? Opponent probably should trade here. Why can't I just play against a slow, controlling deck? Like all the Teamer elemental decks that I've been playing against. Yeah, they do not have a 2-drop. That's great for us. And red-green can't really deal with a bigger creature a lot of the time, so potentially you can just go off with Maniacal Rage. Oh, come on. Please no. Oh, yeah. Heck yes. With this Active Treason, I think we're just in very good shape here to win. Heck yes! Oh, man. Good game, buddy. That was cute. It was really cute. It was nice of you to try to play a fair, normal game. It was really cute of you to try. It's so dumb! It's so stupid! We're just playing like Maniacal Rage on our early creatures. And there's, like, not very much removal. I think part of it is that the bots take their removal super highly, so there's just less going around, potentially. That might be part of it. I mean, people take removal highly too, but, like, not if they're not in their colors. So you just don't see late removal. Janky Merc? Well, prepare to get janked, man. Oh, we're on the play with a Great 7. We keep getting on the play. We don't have a Scorch Spitter, which is sad, but, you know, you can't always have the dream Scorch Spitter. Of course, my opponent has Scorch Spitter the one time I don't, just to rub it in. Thank you, Scorch Spitter. Welcome to the party. A little bit late here, but, you know. Red-white. We're gonna grindy aggro mirror. Destructive Digger has some potential. No, my opponent's winning the life gain battle. I really hope they attack with Goblin Bird Grabber. I beg of you, opponent, attack with Goblin Bird Grabber. Oh, that's so good for me. Please attack, please attack. Okay, yeah, I wasn't expecting them to, but would have been nice. Let's just go all out. If they trade with Digger, we get to keep the Packmastiff around, so I don't really mind. Because Packmastiff plus Uncaged Fury can be a lot of damage. We do want to get the creatures down so we can start playing, so we can play our Scorch Spitter maybe. Scorch Spitter probably ain't going to hit the battlefield this turn. If they spend the turn equipping, that's quite good for us. I mean, they probably don't have anything else. Oh no, that's so sad, opponent. You don't have any other plays. Oh, poor mana screwed opponent. So this could be 8 damage. In this scenario, keeping the Packmastiff alive is worth a lot. Because my opponent is potentially just mana screwed, and we need to just get some good draws here. Maybe trading off our Destructive Digger was bad. Oh my gosh, now we just lose. I can't believe we're losing to something so stupid. Here, if we had drawn more spells this game, we just would have won here, I think. Okay, that's a fine draw. Now if they attack, they lose their guy. So that's something. We're saving this for an extra pump kind of deal on our Lava King. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. actually really want to draw Maniacal Rage. So my ringleader can be big and safe. Let's go! If we played Scorch Spitter last turn, we would have gotten in for an extra 2, which could be relevant. As soon as my opponent plays their next land, we're pretty much toast. Yeah, we're toast. This is just not the game for us to win. Bo's just pretty obnoxious. Yikes. So they can knock out one of my guys here. If I can draw my own... If I can just draw a Chandra's Outrage, I can win this game still pretty easily. Yeah, that's game. We can't win. 2, 3, we put him to 9. Put him to 8. Yeah, we can't win. Well, such is life sometimes. You just draw... we just drew too many lands to win this game. We could have maybe saved our Digger, but I don't think it would have mattered because the double bow was just too good against us. Rats. If we draw on our Chandra's Outrage, we would have won. But, you know, you can't always just draw the perfect card from your deck. And, yeah. Wow, triple Pack Mastiff, nice. Just play, oh thank goodness, slower deck is a dream for us. We're just gonna get rid of Destructive Vigor. Man, we're just gonna play a Pack Mastiff and then just start pumping all of our Mastiffs. We will use Fury. Oh, they don't care about our Pack Mastiff beatdown. We shall attack. We will keep our Pack Mastiff alive. So now they can double block or go for something. In for 6. Scorch Spitters useless here. Ouch. Let's just hope that this works. Maybe they can just not deal with it and we can just kill them. Our Tectonic Rift has some potential. Okay. Come on. No removal. If they had removal, they would have used it that turn, so they would have had to top deck it. Yep, of course they have murder. Feels bad, man. At least they don't have red mana. And now Goblin Smugglers are out. Feels bad, though. Also just drawing another Scorch Spitter isn't out. Because they are going to be at 1. And they don't have red mana right now, so they can't cast some of their spells. Oh, Rapacious Dragon that we can't cast. Once we get the Rapacious Dragon out, it's going to be great. Heck yeah. Booyah, let's go. We have the Lethal Attacker. It's a flyer in red. Let's go. Hold. We have mana screwed them. I didn't think that destroying their mana was going to be the way I won with that card, but they probably had all red cards. Tectonic Rift mana screw for the win. Oh man, we've almost got there, folks. If we had to mulligan a single time, we are crushing it. We need 2 more wins. Let's go. Let's get that 7-win run. Come on! I believe! Scorch Spitter, Scorch Spitter, Scorch Spitter. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. This deck is truly incredible to play. I just greatly enjoy it. It just gives me so much happiness. That's one of the things. If you're going to play a game, you got to have fun with it. And this is definitely a fun deck. I think it's also a pretty good deck too, so that helps. Come on, die roll. Let's win that die roll. Die roll hype. Oh man, nobody wants to face us. They are all too afraid. They are all too afraid of our majesty. The true splendor. Oh, we're playing against a silver player. Silver player. This is actually a mulligan, I think. We have 2 lands. We don't have a Scorch Spitter. We don't have a 2-drop. We can do much better. Oh, let's get rid of the Scorch Spitter. No, never mind. We keep a Scorch Spitter. We get rid of the Uncaged Fury. Let's go! Obviously, we keep triple Scorch Spitter hand. Just don't have a 1-drop. I beg of you, opponent. Oh, oh, thank goodness. They look like they're gearing up for a grindy game. I wonder what those are. What are grindy games? We can even just Maniacal Rage their first creature to keep attacking them, which is probably the correct play. Just don't have a 2-drop. Yes! Oh! We're just going to use Maniacal Rage as super janky removal. So if we have them on a 3-turn clock. We should mulligan more often, maybe. Maybe that's the play. Let's just tap that, kill that thing now. Set up lethal for next turn. We're just going to do that in case we draw a cheaper play, because Maniacal Rage is pretty much unconditional removal. Aw, that's so cute. I can't block! Let's go! Oh, that's so beautiful. That is the most beautiful thing I've ever done. Triple Scorch Spitter. Let's go! Get wrecked, opponent. Get wrecked. Oh my gosh. Come on, one more. You got this, deck. I believe. We mulliganed that game too. Let's go. I believe. Just win the die roll. Win the die roll. Win the die roll. Die roll. I believe. Die roll. I think we've won most of our die rolls. This is so intense. I really want to get to maximum wins. Get that sweet card style for Ironroot Warlord. I mean, I'm sure I'm going to get it at some point, but it would be sweet to get it with this deck. Scorch Spitter, please! Please! Oh, come on, die roll. This is my chance. This is die roll right here. Playing against another silver player. Perfect die roll right here. Win the die roll, win the die roll, win the die roll. No! But it's a god tier hand, so we're okay with it. We're okay. We're still going to win. We're still going to win. Oh, the defensive Scorch Spitter we are going to play. My opponent shocked my Scorch Spitter. Oh, that's such good news for me. They could have waited and then just shocked my Pack Mastiff. Does not seem like the greatest of decisions from the opponent. We need to make sure we don't flood, though, because this is a bit too many lands here. We just need to draw all spells. Focus your energy, YouTube chat. Focus it on the spells. If they unsummon here, I'm very happy. Oh my gosh, not like this. My opponent didn't cast a 3-drop. I just have a bunch of good stuff. Unsummon, sure. Okay, we need to draw all lands from here on out. I mean, all spells, jeez. That was a pretty bad misspeak. Sure, we will trade. Kind of want the game to go a little bit longer because we are flooding out so badly. Okay, that's kind of useless. We don't have any pressure, so tectonic rifting them doesn't really do much. They might also be flooding out, though, to be fair. We're just going to play the Pack Mastiff this turn. And next turn, after they attack with their Dungeon Geist, we can get in for some hasty damage. Maybe our ringleader will even find one of our goblins. That'd be incredible. Oh, please don't say you have a second Dungeon Geist. Oh, thank goodness. Oh man, those were good spells. We're going to attack, going to use our Infuriate to keep whatever creature they block alive. Do we have a Chandra's Outrage still? Yes, we do. We need to draw that ASAP. Our opponent looks like they have all spells in hand, so they have 3 spells, we have 1 spell, and our spell's pretty bad. If we do draw all spells, though, we have a chance. Oh, that's perfect. So we can kill their Dungeon Geist, get back our Lavacan Brawler, essentially. We're going to kill that, so our Lavacan Brawler will untap. Oh, that's a good draw. That is such a good draw. Definitely going to pump. Now we just have to hope we live, because we have lethal next turn probably. Oh, that's so dumb. Oh, that's so brutal. Heart of the cards right here. They're looking at all the cards. They see that we have 2, 4. We have enough damage for lethal on the backswing, but they might think that a blocker is enough. So I'm hoping they attack with both. Of course, they do not. If only they said creatures with flying. Oh, just all creatures can't block. Then it might actually be a good card. Do we want to chump? Not really. We'll go to 3. Oh dear. So this will be 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 7. So we have to attack with everything. No, we don't have to attack with this guy. So we will go to 1 here. I think they have us. They have to have nothing in this as this last card. We should have chumped last turn, maybe. No. Don't do it. Just concede. Okay, we have this, I think. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, can we go the distance? Attack with the Spitfire only. Just do it. No! Ringleader, activate. No, that is such a useless draw. Okay. So they have the top deck here or we win. Come on, deck. I believe. I believe. I believe. Just draw a ground creature. Okay. Oh my gosh. Just play a ground creature. Just no removal. No interaction. I beg of you. Please. No! Oh! Oh! No! No! Oh! They had to rip it. And rip it they did for exact lethal. Oh, I'm so crushed. That is soul crushing. Oh my gosh. If we had drawn a spell, maybe we could have just attacked with both. I don't even know. We could have, if we'd used our removal spell on a land to just kill a land. Oh my gosh. That is the most brutal not making it to all the wins ever. Well, if you did make it all the way till the end of the video, leave a hashtag actually, let's just say hashtag Scorch Spitter carry in the comment section down below. We didn't quite make it to 7 wins. We didn't quite earn the card style Iron Root Warlord this time, but we will get it eventually, and that deck was totally awesome, and it totally could have got there. My opponent did have to have a pretty sick rip there on the final turn, Winged Words into exact... I mean, if they had just drawn a normal ground creature, like, we would have won, so... Pretty brutal not to win that. Remember to hit that thumbs up button if you did enjoy the video. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Subscribe to the channel to get updates when I post more content and to join our community. And remember to click that bell to get notified when new videos go live. Also, I want to give a huge shout out to my patrons over on patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. thank you so much to them. Certain patrons do get featured in the credits section because of the support they give the channel. So thank you to all the patrons that support at the credits level and every other level as well. So thank you so much to my patrons. Thank you so much to you, the viewer, and I will talk to you in my next video.